Hello all, myself Sagar Kevalraman, Senior Data Analyst at CloudFront. Welcome to today's session that's on modeling and analyzing data in Excel using the Power BI tools. The use case that we are going to use today is the analyzing the movies ratings data. We have the data in form of text files. We have ratings data in form of text files. Similarly, we have users data who participated in survey, and we have the movies data. So now let's see how we can analyze this data in Excel. The first tool that we are going to use is the Power Query. The Power Query helps us to load the data from the various models, clean it, and load it into a workbook or in a Power Pivot model. So let's say we first option we go from file, we select from text, and let's say we select first file to be the movies and say click on OK. So once we click on OK, the whole data for us gets loaded in the new query editor window. So this data is in a raw format that it can't be used for the further analysis. So we need to clean it first. So let's see what different options the Power Query provides us to clean the data. So we have one option for the split by delimiter. So we go and split the column by delimiter. We select the custom and say double colon and say okay. So once we do that, data gets splitted by the delimiter and we get somewhat a clean data, which we can, for this first column we can call it to be the movie ID. The second column we can call it as movie name, and finally the third column we can call it genre. So yeah, so now this data is somewhat clean, which can be used for the further analysis. So now let's name this query as movie 2 and load it to the workbook or data model. So I will select both the options. So actually these load settings are that where you want this data. Load to the worksheet loads the data for you in Excel sheet, and load to the data model loads the data for you in Power Pivot model. Now let's say apply and close. Once I say apply and close, the whole clean data gets loaded for me in Excel workbook, and along with it, it's getting loaded into the Power Pivot model behind the scenes. So similar to the movies data, I have pulled and cleaned the data for users, for ratings, and similarly I have created the custom dimensions for the occupation and the age of the users. So in this way, I have pulled out the data from various text files, cleaned it, and loaded it into Power Pivot model. Now let's see how a Power Pivot model looks like. Here it comes. So these are the all tables that we have pulled out. This is the movie 2 that we recently currently pulled in, and let's see how we can create a relationship between the tables. So now this movie too has a column called ID, and similarly the ratings over here is having a column called movie. So we can create a relationship between them to have further analysis purpose. So creating relationships in Power Pivot model is easy. Just click on the column, drag it to the other column with which you want to have its relationship. So in this way we got the relationship between it. This is it. So this says that table rating column movie is having the related lookup column that's relationship with the movie 2 and the related lookup column as an ID. So in this way the whole model can be designed, various tables can be pulled in and the relationships can be created between them. So in next session we will look out that how we can analyze this data, create beautiful visualizations on top of it.